Hello, friends. Today, I'm going to talk about how to effectively disappear from the view of others and focus on your goals to achieve success while working in the shadows. Many of us want to succeed, but don't always understand that silence and concentration can be powerful allies. We'll discuss tips that will help you avoid unnecessary attention, manage your progress, and work on your goals without interruptions. Let's get started. Throughout the video, we'll talk in detail about how to use these principles to achieve your goals while working behind the scenes. Next tip: physically disappear. Some people think that in order to disappear and succeed, they need to literally vanish from society, lock themselves in a room, and avoid all contact with others. But that's absolutely not true, and such an approach is too extreme. In reality, being in the shadows does not mean completely leaving society and becoming a hermit. It means remaining visible while quietly and effectively working on your goals without unnecessary witnesses. In this way, you can be in plain sight, but still remain invisible, as your inner progress is seen only by you. You can work on yourself while being among people, staying mysterious and focused on your objectives. The next tip is to set clear goals. This is undoubtedly one of the most crucial aspects of any path to success, especially if you want to do it efficiently and quietly. Setting clear, measurable, and achievable goals is the first step toward realizing any ambitious plan. When you know what you want, it fills you with determination and helps you focus on the daily actions that will gradually lead you to success. So, this tip is the golden standard to start any journey to success. Ignoring other people's opinions is another important principle. Listening to the opinions of others, especially when they're negative, is like trying to fly with weights tied to your feet. Your goal is to rise higher, but others' opinions can slow your progress and hinder growth. Of course, there are times when someone in your life genuinely supports you and is invested in your success, whether it's a close friend or a partner. But generally speaking, you must be very cautious about whom you trust. It's very important not to pay attention to others' opinions, except in rare cases when it's genuinely necessary. Keeping your plans to yourself is another way to protect your progress. The more you talk about your intentions and goals, the more people have the opportunity to interfere, impose their opinions, or even become envious. This creates unnecessary obstacles, and sometimes direct barriers, as negative opinions can affect your motivation. It's best to share your plans only with those you truly trust and who sincerely wish you well. This tip helps avoid unnecessary risks and negative influence. Another important thing is to keep your progress hidden. As one person once said, when we share our achievements, the brain reacts as if we've already reached the goal. As a result, this often leads to a loss of motivation and stagnation. That's why many projects remain unfinished. Share your progress only with those who support you and whom you trust, but no one else. This tip helps avoid unnecessary stops and keeps you focused on achieving your goal. Trusting a close friend or partner can also be helpful, but it's not mandatory. Having a reliable person nearby can speed up the process, but success can also be achieved independently. It's very important to understand that being dependent on someone is always a risk. You need to be sure that the person next to you genuinely supports you and won't harm your development. Therefore, this advice can be helpful, but it's not essential. Another point: disconnecting from friends and family. Many mistakenly believe that in order to disappear, they must completely stop communicating with loved ones. This is not the case. Friends and family are an important part of our lives, and maintaining relationships with them is necessary for creating a healthy environment. Of course, you don't need to share all your plans and achievements, but that doesn't mean cutting ties. Therefore, this advice doesn't make much sense and often leads to misunderstandings. Being mysterious is a natural outcome of disappearing if you do it correctly. But you shouldn't make this your goal. Mystery is a side effect of working on yourself and keeping your plans private. Therefore, it's more of a result than a goal to strive for. Many also think that disappearing into the shadows is only for introverts, or will make you one. But this is not true. Anyone, whether introvert or extrovert, can and should work in the shadows, set goals, and strive to achieve them. You don't need to hide from society or stop being active in social circles. This advice is entirely based on a misunderstanding. Now, let's move on to the topic of social media. Social media often becomes a waste of time, but it also has its useful aspects. If social media helps you achieve your goals, use it as a tool. However, if you're just spending time online without any purpose, it won't bring you any benefit. Therefore, it's important to use social media mindfully and with a specific goal. What about changing your name and identity? This is definitely too extreme and not what we're suggesting. You don't need to change your name or identity to succeed and transform. This is simply a misunderstanding. Cutting off communication is also not a mandatory condition. It's important to control what you talk about and with whom. You should continue to communicate with friends and family, but control what details of your life you disclose. Therefore, this advice is partially true, but requires adjustment. Now, the most important, hard work. The first step is knowing your goals, and the second is working towards achieving them. If you have clear goals and you put in the effort every day to achieve them, you will certainly succeed. It's important not to stop even when it gets tough. This is the secret of success. Finally, hiding your pain is another aspect that holds great significance. The path to transformation is never easy. Difficulties, pain, and losses are a natural part of growth. But it's important to learn to cope with them on your own and not show your weakness to those around you. This will help you develop resilience and make you stronger. It's hard, but it brings tremendous benefits. Thank you for watching my video. I really appreciate your attention and time. If you liked it, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss new releases. Your comments are also very important. I will be pleased to hear your opinion. Thanks again for your support.